Hello and welcome back. I brought in my bear cave pinging forest, whatever you would call it. I'm going to do a bit of clean up on it, a bit of pruning on the trees. I did lose one tree, this larch in here didn't make it, but all the rest seem to be okay. There's one here that's got some brown tips on it. Maybe it's just getting a bit too dry at some stage. But this one, which is kind of coming out the hole in the cave, obviously it dried out too much, but that's okay. We can just cut that one out and we can replace it at some stage if we want to, or maybe it does have a fern in that hole, so maybe we'll just leave it without that tree in there, or we could even just leave a dead tree in there. But probably not. We'll probably take it out. Okay, so needs a bit of weeding too, but everything seems to be doing well. All the ferns are growing quite good. Let's put out some of these weeds because they're a bit distracting. So I haven't really done anything to this since I made it. I've just left the trees grow. I did cut them back when I put them in. They were just bare root trees. There is a playlist on this, on how I built the cave and everything. The cave was built out of a piece of polystyrene and some, just connect the camera, it's going to fall off. Some polystyrene and some cement or tile grout. So yeah, there's a playlist on that if you want to go and check that out and see how it was all made. The trees are blue spruce and larch. Like I said, I just got them online. I bought a bunch of both of them bare rooted. So just shoot them. I'm kind of happy that I only lost one, to be honest, and it was one with very little root, this one. That's why I put it in there, because it was going into the hole in the cave. That kind of created a little hole there, and this one had a kind of small root which fit in there. Obviously it dried out. My sedum's doing well, weeds are doing well, liverwort's doing well. It's all doing good. Moss is doing okay. It's a bit dark at the front here. We need to redo our cave entrance, I think, so we'll take out our bears. We'll just change this, bit of this fresher stuff. With all this liverwort and stuff, old leaves. Oh, not ferns, we won't take the ferns out, we'll leave them in, Chris. A bit miserable again today now. It's blowing quite a bit, rain, and only kind of light rain again. I wish it would either rain or not rain, but when you get this kind of light rain, it's not enough to really water your trees, but it's enough to soak you if you're outside. So I've got to go out in the rain and water my trees because they're not getting enough water from the rain. It's just kind of drizzly. Okay. Too bad. Maybe we'll get on with the trees and we'll come back and do a bit of weeding. Alright, so we'll start at the beginning, this front one, and I'm just going to try and reduce them back. We got buds back here on this branch, so we'll take that back to them. Now these spruce don't actually have buds yet on a lot of these branches, so I'm just going to prune them back. I will check for any buds, but I can't see any, so I'm just going to kind of prune them back and into a conical shape, and hopefully we will be successful in getting them to carry on growing. Yes. I won't go too crazy with them. Well, this one anyway, because it's out the front. It's not interfering with any other tree really. All these old needles presumably will fall off at some stage. But this one's okay. It's not really interfering, so maybe we could take it back a little bit on this side, just to give this larch a bit more room. We'll reduce these larches buds there on that one and there. And what I'll do is I'll keep this as the new apex, so I'll trim off this bit so that can straighten up a bit. I'll take that one back to the buds back there. All the energy is growing into the tops of the trees. You can see all of them are quite weak down below, but all of them are full of energy at the top. So we need to kind of reduce the energy from the top. Now there is some buds on this, so I'm going to reduce this back as well because I don't want it too tall. And there's a bud there and there's a bud there, so hopefully we'll get one coming forward more. This guy, we've got buds all the way back here, but up here we have none, so I need to kind of decide here now which one I want to keep as an apex. I suppose this one would probably be the best one, so I'll take out this one and I'll kind of take this back a bit like that. Take this one out completely. Just reduce that one right back. Reduce these right back. These have buds back here, so we can bring it back to them buds. Not seeing any more buds on that branch. There's one back here, so we'll take it back to that one. This branch with one there, so I'll take it back to there. This branch probably a bit low really. I'll leave it for now, but it's probably going to be coming off at some stage. I could go in and clean off some of these these old needles, but they'll just fall off eventually. Okay, so our dead tree. There's a bud here swelling. I can't see that still being alive though. It's still green underneath the bark back there. Maybe I'll just leave that stump and maybe we'll get a little tree growing out of it. We've got a bud just swelling just there and another one on this side. So maybe a little tree inside there. Probably blocking the view of everything. I'll move the camera in a bit better. So I'll just show you that there now. In here you can just see them buds. There's a bud on that side and there's a bud on this side. So we'll leave it and see, maybe a little tree coming up here will be okay. I was, to be honest, expecting a few trees on this to die off, but they didn't. Only one did, so we may end up having to thin out the trees at some stage. I think I'm going to try and just come in a bit tighter on this one. Just encourage that then to grow upwards. Okay, this guy again, you can see all the buds all over the trunk and everywhere, but we've way too many branches here. So we've buds up here in the apex, so we'll come back to them. And then again, none of these have buds on them, so we'll just prune them all back. Short for now. I'm going to take this one off because we've got an opposite one there. As they go down, I'll just leave it a little bit longer. Then we seem to have a bare patch. And then we seem to have a ton of branches here. You can see it here, just a mass of branches, so I need to clean out some of them. Reduce them back a bit. So, starting with these three, with one directly below this one, so we can get rid of that one. Maybe get rid of this one here. This one out of it. So we've got 1, 2, 3. Take out the stone back here. Take this one off. Maybe this one and this one are directly opposite. I'll take this one. Okay, they're still quite muddy from when I got them. Shows how much rain we've been having when they haven't even washed the soil off the trunks yet. No rain. Okay, I think that one will be okay. Just wondering about the height of it. I think it's alright for now. We'll leave it at that height. I might reduce this one back, alright. Okay, so the larch back here. Again, you can see all the growth is going into these top branches. So, let's see. We need to bring it back to this one at the front here. We'll use our apex, so I'm going to take it right back to that one. And again, now I'm just looking. I might take that one off altogether because it's on the same as the apex. Couple of buds back here, so I'll take that one right back to there. This one. Go to there. Okay, quite a weak one, that one. Right, maybe let's swing it around to this side, and then I'll do the ones at the back off camera because it'll be hard to see. So again, let's start with this guy, and again with a bunch of them all at the top together here. So I'm going to take it right back to this one, keeping this one at the front as our apex. So I'll take out the two of them, and then I'll come in at an angle like that, so this then can straighten up over time. I'll take this one right back to this branch. Okay, now we've got a lot of branches. I'm going to take that one off altogether. Let's just clean out this larch a bit first so we can see what we're doing. So they're kind of interfering with each other. Take off this bottom branch altogether, and this one I think. A couple of small ones we can take out. Maybe we'll come to this bud here at the front. We'll make that our apex. So we'll go in again at an angle, take that top off like that. Check out these two that are a bit long. Okay, let's look at this one now over here. That's just too low anyway. In fact, that's still stuck in the ground. And this one here, it's probably a bit too low, so we'll get rid of that one. Now, let's move up the tree. Take that one out altogether. Checking for buds. Take this one off the front. Take this one off. Reduce that one back. Again, we're coming at an angle. Keep this one as our apex. This one right back. And on top of each other here, so I'll take that one off completely. Okay, leave that for now, that one. Okay, so I'll keep going, we'll do some more and then we'll come back and have a look at it. Okay, I think they're all more or less pruned up now for this time anyway. We'll leave them go now for another bit. This larch in here, I took the top off, but I do want this one to grow up, so I didn't prune this off at all. This one we need to get up higher, but there was so much growing around in one patch here, so we have to take all that off. So we'll just let this one grow now. So I'm just going around now, taking out any of these weeds and liverwort and stuff. And maybe it's time I move this out onto a bench so it's getting a bit more light, and that it's been kind of on a table against the fence because these were all like that, just bare rooted trees, they're not tied in, so I kind of kept it against the fence so that they'd be protected from the wind and that. But might be time I put it out on a bench out in the more wind and the sun and stuff, and it might help strengthen the trees up a bit more now. Everything seems to be all pretty much established and well in, so I think they wobble about a bit, but you can feel how tight into this landscape now. Okay, so this looks okay. Weeds at the back here. All that's left to do really so is just to put some fresh set soil down here for our path. We'll take out some of this moss on this side. Switch over this stuff that's gone a bit black. We'll fill all this in then. Let's get some soil in there and have this fine stuff. We'll use this and let me scoop. Where is it here? So if you haven't, like I said, seen my videos of building the cave, check it out. Check out the videos on it. It shows how I built it and stuff. Might give you some ideas. Like I said, there's a playlist of it that shows how many videos of it, but there's a few. Okay, so put our path in. So all that's left is to put our bears back. So put the mother bear back in there, coming out of a cave, and then we have this one. It's coming up the path. And this guy we put up here. He was down here, but you can't really see him down there. We'll put him over this side. Ferns wise, maybe this fern here we could take off on them big leaves. The rest seem to be okay. There's a little weed in there, we'll get that out. I like these ferns, they're kind of very kind of small, and these ones are kind of good for jungly looking. No, it's not jungle, but okay, so yeah, we'll put that back out on the bench, and like I said, maybe put it into somewhere where we'll get a bit more sun, a bit more weather on it. It might help keep the trees more watered and stuff, because if it does rain, it's kind of sheltered where it is, so it's kind of relying on me to water it all the time. Okay, so we'll leave it at that one. So as always guys, don't forget to like, subscribe and all that kind of stuff, and share my videos if you can, and don't forget to check out the playlist on this, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.